What did you do out of college then? If you dropped out, why did you drop out of school?
I dropped out, and this was not a financial smart decision. This was like, 7 years ago or something like that. I dropped out studying music composition. This is going to make me sound like the biggest asshole in the world, but this was like my actual logic, was not trying to brag. I was making more money selling my music compositions than my professors were. So it was like,
how much were you making? I didn't even know you did that.
Not that much, like an extra $20,000 a year. It's nothing crazy.
Wait, selling your own music composition? So you write actual music?
So like in the concert band world, like people will pay you like a certain number per minute of music that you write in like an original piece, and then people will then purchase that music eventually once it's published.
So you play the piano? Or what is it that you...
I played the trombone, a little bit of the bassoon. I can fake the piano, more like chords, melody. Yeah. But then I write music like that, yeah.
How did you get started doing that? Were you always just gifted in music?
Dude, I don't know. It was random. 4th grade, we had a music class that everyone hates. No one likes elementary school music class. So
I think I did.
You did?
Yeah.
You liked playing the little...
The recorder?
We never did that. No, I was involved in like the piano and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Either way, we would have like every once in a while we'd go to the computer and we'd take like music theory or whatever. I didn't know. But the quicker you complete the assignment, you can go into a program where you drag notes onto a thing and it makes, songs and stuff. Sound. And then I asked for that for Christmas, that program, and that's what I ended up getting. And then I just, fell into the love of just writing music and coming up with music. And the idea was like, okay, there's a piece of music I want to hear. It doesn't exist yet, so I'm going to write that piece of music.
So you're making music, making about, what, $20K a year, you said?
Extra, something like that.
What period of time in your life was this during?
College.
This is during college.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you dropped out of college, right? And then immediately after college, you got this product management job?
Not immediately, no. I was just working around doing extra jobs, barely making it by the music composition stuff, plus Jimmy John's and some other odd jobs and stuff like that. But then I ended up getting a sales job down in Austin 5 years ago because one of my friends that I've known forever, he just recently graduated college. He ended up getting a sales job down here, and they were looking for the exact same position. And I was like, oh, okay, well, there you go. I've always wanted to be in Austin, so perfect. Pack up the sedan, come down in a week, and then just kind of built a mini career at that company. But I was able to do very well in sales. So that's how... it was like education when it comes to trading and different things you can plug into your charts to help trade.
Okay, so like indicators and stuff like that?
So we were selling educational classes for trading indicators and subscription services to watch traders trade live. And then so the sales team was responsible for getting people into those. So it wasn't much cold calling because we didn't have a big team. So really we only had time to focus on the people who were already internal. And it was actually quite an easy job. I always led the sales team, which was a very big, prideful thing for me, except for my first month, obviously, when I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I ended up leading the sales team, and that's how I paid off all my debt as quick as possible. Before then, a couple years before then, was when I started to get really interested into personal finance and becoming as educated as I could on that. And then landing, the first adult job, it was like the perfect avenue that sales... As much as you grind, as smart as you are in it, you can make an infinite amount of money as long as the company doesn't suck, right? So I just worked my ass off and made as much money in that role as possible to pay off the debt, start investing, and then save up a 10% down payment on my first property, all within a couple of years.
And how much were you making doing sales?
Over 100.
You were making over 100 from that?
Yeah, even though the base salary was 30.
But what about that other job that you were also working?
Well, that was only the last 6 months.
Got it, okay.
The last 3-4 months at this original company. Yeah. So I was doing a product management role at both the companies and then got laid off at the first one. Totally fair, reasonable. I wanted to quit anyway. I was just like, all right, may as well collect the dual income over here, which, I mean, come on, not a good thing to do. I don't recommend anyone do it. Like, I don't feel great about it, but it happened and I'm open and honest.
Yeah.
It's not something I would say anyone should do, but yeah.
What led you down personal finance at that time?
Oh, well, it was way before, man. I've always been interested in real estate. I don't know if it was growing up as an HGTV kid. I'm not sure, but like just delivering Jimmy John's to all throughout college. I actually delivered to a lot of the rental property management companies, and I just became really interested in that. And just, bigger pocket type material, bigger pockets.
Yeah.
I got really into that, reading the books, audiobooks, whatever, and started getting into real estate that way. And then real estate, I feel, is a good natural overlap in just the world of personal finance and wanting. Then I think that was more like Dave Ramsey. Started hearing some of him and like, oh shit, a lot of people are in a bad situation. Like my situation's bad. maybe I should do something about it.
Yeah.
Then, you know, actually work to do something about it and sacrifice.
I feel like real estate is extremely appealing because it seems like the most hands-off you can be while making passive income. Whereas like the other things that appeal to the younger generation, such as like trading and stuff like that, that's like, okay, you have to have some level of expertise in trading and it's more active income, although it could get you rich quicker. But real estate's like, okay, you can build wealth over time, which is still exciting, but it's also extremely hands-off where you're like, okay, that
Especially if you're
sounds
working
really
with a
nice.
brokerage, or a rental property management company. Because yours is pretty hands-on, right?
Not
was?
anymore.
Yeah.
It was. When I was actively involved in it, oh my gosh, I was going to those but I was also doing renovations, and I was there every day, sometimes twice a day.
Yeah, no, that's
Just keeping an eye on
not
it.
about that
But
life.
yeah, I couldn't stand it.
And
I mean, at the
you
time
have
I enjoyed
tenants,
it, but
Yeah, I have 4 tenants that rent rooms in my house.
But they're
yeah.
basically your pals, right?
Yeah,
So-
they're just my friends. But at the same time, like just owning a house, like stuff will go wrong. So for example, like there was raining like for a whole week in Vegas, and now we have just
have
like
you seen the mushroom?
yeah, we have a mushroom.
Jack has mushrooms growing
I have
out
a
of
mushroom
his wall.
growing out of my wall, so that's getting inspected right now. I had some of my floorboards; they were leaking water. Water was seeping from beneath the floorboards. So getting that checked out as well. Just like other random homeownership.
Did they ever
things
find out what was wrong with your wall?
our patio cover, it's bolted into the wall, and then the bolts were not sealed properly. So when the rain came, it ran down the facade of the house into where the connection point was, and then that went in between the wall, and then it went down to the floor, and then out comes a mushroom.
That's a long ways for the water to go. I would be worried about the damage all the way down.
All the way down. Yeah, well, I mean, we're gonna open up the wall and get it all checked out, but the water all settled at the bottom, so like that's where the moisture was detected when we used a moisture meter.
You could always just be an idiot and go buy a brand new house.
I could do that. Yeah, at the rates that we have right now,
Oh,
which
yeah,
you
yeah.
just did, and we'll also get into that. But anyways,
well.
that is the grievances that I have with homeownership, but it's a beautiful thing. So
I think it's important. Why did you quit your $100,000 a year job to do YouTube?
Well, I quit it once we were at $10,000 a month, and I was doing all the work myself, so I got all the money. So that kind of equated to it. And I made sure I saved up a 1-year emergency fund before I went into it, because I think business owners should have probably 1-year emergency fund. Honestly, again, I do not want to just say this over and over again and let it lose weight. Like, okay, sure, I'm sure I do an okay job on the show. Literally, every thanks goes to the guests who come on the show, because there wouldn't be a show if people weren't willing to come on and put their financial situation in display and like for the whole world to learn off of. So thank you to them, and then thank you to the audience. This is not something I could have ever even dreamed of.
does it feel fake or real?
It feels fake. Oh,
It feels
fake.
completely fake.
Yeah, like I mean, the only thing I've upgraded in my life is a house, and it was an expensive house. I needed more
furniture as well.
space, but
That you
Well,
had to
yeah,
you
finance the
house.
furniture. You
I
took
financed-
loans to buy
0%.
took loans to buy furniture.
do not finance your furniture, Caleb.
Absolutely
No.
finance your furniture.
No,
Sometimes.
you don't do that.
You do not finance
I'm
furniture.
trying to do it, Caleb. Trying to yell. I can't do it.
Sometimes I like 0% finance when it's a finance.
How much was the furniture?
I think I 0% financed the all of it back there.
Okay, so how much was that? You financed something
30.
that 30,000?
Maybe with the TV, sound system, couch, chair, rugs, the guest bedroom stuff. So all the furniture I bought for this entire place, probably $30,000, including some of the staging furniture I
But
bought.
isn't it like cumbersome to go and like not auto pay, but like pay that and then you're cognizant of it and it's
Do they,
just something
do they run a
No.
credit check on you on that? They must,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I think so.
So
No,
I don't know.
It's not cumbersome. It
So-
happens on a monthly basis. I make sure I always have $50,000 in my checking account. If I always have $50,000 in my checking account, plus a 1-year emergency fund on the side, then when that happens, it happens. It hits your account. It's gone in 6 months. And I invested that, what did I say? $30,000 instead. And guess what? Since I invested it, the stock market has been great this year. I've made a great return on that investment instead of
Could have just as easily gone down though. You could have invested that money in
could
the
have,
stock
but it
market
did
goes
not.
down
Just
20%.
to be honest,
yeah,
it's
in
at least
hindsight.
it would have been
Hindsight
in,
is
though.
great.
It would have
isn't
been
it, though?
in though, and it would have grown historically.
What you
probably.
did was smart, right? What
Yeah.
you did is objectively smart. I'm astonished you did that. I'm
Really?
just
Me too.
astonished.
It's
that you
something I
financed
advocate
furniture.
for on the show, but not for most people. People who just have clearly demonstrated that they are bad with money.
Exactly,
I think
that's
if you can finesse money, I love finessing and love taking the extra mental effort to just go wild for an extra 0.5%. But that's okay because I can manage it. For the average person, I don't think it's a thing. Just like a credit card's not good for the average person. I don't think a car loan is good for the average person. But I think if I have $20,000 and I'm going to go buy a $20,000 car and I can get a rate at 3% on the car, I'd rather put $1,000 down on the car, get it at 3%, throw that other $19,000 in the stock market.
I think there's a level where it just becomes trivial and it becomes not even worth your time anymore.
You're right. I think for me, it's more fun. I like finessing it because it's fun. It's a game. Finances, in the end, if you're doing it well, regardless of the income, that has been blessings. But even when, I was making $100,000 to when I was making $50,000 to when I was making $30,000, a lot of the stuff, finding the best deals and stuff like that, if that's something you're into, it can be fun. It's like a video game. So I think that's one reason I went about it.
If you've ever been denied a car loan, credit card, or even an apartment because of what's on your credit report, you are not alone. Most people don't even know what's hurting their credit score, let alone how to fix it. That is exactly where our sponsor DisputeBeast comes in. It's an AI-powered platform that helps you find and remove outdated or inaccurate items from your credit report fast.
We're talking things like late payments, old accounts and collections, or even accounts that don't belong to you. Not to mention, how it works is super easy. You connect your credit report and DisputeBeast scans it for negative marks that could be dragging down your score. Then it generates custom dispute letters tailored for your situation, no templates and no guesswork.
You could choose to just download the data and send it to the agencies yourself, or you can use their built-in mail service where they will literally handle everything for you.
It's honestly just really clean and simple to use, and it's built by experts.
So if you're ready to take back control of your credit, go to DisputeBeast.com/ICH today. There's also a link down below in the description, DisputeBeast.com/ICH. Guys, they will literally handle everything for you. If you're dissatisfied with your credit, they will do all of the research, let you know what's going wrong, and they will fight for you. DisputeBeast.com/ICH. Thank you so much to DisputeBeast for sponsoring this clip.